Hello and welcome to Brake Check. My name is Brian, and behind me we have the all-new Chevy Silverado ZR2. Kind of like the Colorado, applied to the Silverado. So let's check it out. So the first thing you're going to notice when you look at it, take a step back, is this bumper. You have cutouts here similar to the Colorado ZR2, and these end caps are removable in case they get damaged or if you need to have better tire clearance running a trail for a particular day. And I really want to kind of define what this truck is before we get too far into it. Do not think this is a Raptor competitor or a TRX competitor. Think of this as just under that and more of a trail rig than a Baja rig. That's why you have locking front differentials and you have 31-inch tall tires, but they're not particularly wide. They're not really meant to do sand dunes. That's not really the goal of this. Kind of like the Colorado. But the Colorado is a great example of what this is built off of. So this is an all-new 2022 Silverado. So you have a new front fascia, and you also have a brand new interior, which we'll show you here in just a minute. But I do want to point out the bumper. You get 31.2 degrees of approach angle. That's a pretty big deal, and that's going to help you on the trail. That's going to do better than your Raptors are and that kind of stuff. A couple more features you do get with this is additional skid plates over the Trail Boss, and more importantly, come see, red tow hooks. That means they work. So let's bring it around. You do get 33-inch Goodyear MTs, which are more terrain, not mud terrain. These are territories. It's a brand new tire. We have sampled this on the Trail Boss variant of Silverado, and they're pretty good. They're a little bit noisy, but you get more bite for that. There's a trade-off. So speaking of Trail Boss, this is based on the Trail Boss, by and large. So your upper and lower control arms are identical to the Trail Boss. You do have, and this is the secret sauce, Multimatic Dssv shock absorbers. And that's straight off the Colorado, that technology. It's straight out of F1, and they've applied it to truck application here. It's basically a multi-valve shock absorber that works brilliantly. And we've sampled these in the past, and the ride quality is incredible. And as the stroke compresses, the rebound increases, so it's really good over a lot of different terrains. So we're excited about that. So this one has the 6.2 V8 paired with the 10-speed automatic. That's 420 horsepower, and it's good for 460 foot-pounds of torque, which we like this powertrain. We've driven it a lot. It's a good one. And that's what you'll get in the ZR2 trim. So take a peek in here. We can't get in this vehicle. It's pre-production, but they have opened it up for us, and it has that big, big wide screen in there and digital cluster, which is all new. If you look on the door, this is a fun little ZR2 treatment. You do get the yellow stitching and blue stitching. That'll be specific to the ZR2. The back is about the same as the previous truck, so there's not much to see there. But let's come back here and look at the rear end. If you peek right in there, you see that right there? That gold label? That's the gold standard in shock absorbers. Very high tech, very good. Now something you'll notice between the other off-road trims of full-size trucks is you'll see 3 running lights in the front grille. This one does not have that. That means that it's less than 80 inches in width, which is a good thing for trail riding. That's a purposeful thing. So GM has not bumped out the backspace on the wheels or the width of the axle. They have not made it a wider track width, and that's going to make it easier to live with. So think of this comparing against things like the TRD Pro off-road. It's more in line with that. That's a really good competitor to this. They're both going to have special shocks. They're going to have higher ride height. And they're going to have 33-inch tires. Pardon the noise, we got early access here, so we're kind of sneaking in. That's the biggest difference between the full-size off-road segment. Now you do get the multi-step tailgate, which we've reviewed and shown you on the Trail Boss variant. This is new for GM. Previously it was GMC only, now it's Chevrolet as well. And of the cheesy tailgate steps, this is the best one, I think. Come take a peek in here. You do have ZR2 embossed into the head of the bed, which is no functionality, but it is kind of cool to have. We like that. There's something else you'll notice about this truck that's unique to the ZR2. It's the bumper. We're missing the forklift slots where there's usually an exhaust tip. This one has dual exhaust, but it's actually the hidden tip up high, so you can't scratch it off-road. Right up here, turn downs on both sides. Something I do notice is you get different trims. So things are painted in gloss instead of flat black. You do get flat black where you're intended to get rubbed on the trail. So if this gets scuffed, you don't have to go to a paint booth. You can replace this plastic piece and not worry about paint matching things down the road. So taking a peek in here, you'll see ZR2 specific door sills. And we'll also see the seat pattern is specific to ZR2. It's got a little bit different pattern in the cloth itself, or the leather itself. And center console with center console shifter. So that wraps up the ZR2. We're really excited for it to hit the fleets. We're glad it's here. Stay tuned for more brake check updates at the Texas State Fair here. Have a good one.